But
How?
I can't even.
Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. So this is gonna be a little bit different than what I normally do. So this is gonna be more or less a kind of like a chat with you guys. Cause I was originally gonna do Apex Legends tonight, but because my two normal oh god, I need to switch the mic. My two normal player buddies aren't here. Uh, I won't be able to play it tonight. So, but instead I've got Richard with me, who of course you guys know from the Diving into Kingdom Hearts. Now here's
What's
the thing.
up, guys?
Now here's the thing. He hasn't finished it yet. So, this is gonna be like a spoiler-free kind of chat about it. So I guess we'll get into that. We don't really have any kind of structure for this. This is just kind of like come by, hang out, chill out with us for a little bit, if you
We
wish.
might go off. We might go off topic, right?
Sure. Like
Maybe.
it's just like chatting about shit.
Heck, you might even. You might end. We might end up talking about something else. You might end up changing the title of this video.
Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. So
Okay.
think of it as like a live podcast of sorts, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, but once again, Adam, thank you for having me on here. It's always a pleasure being here.
You're welcome.
And by the way, people, I'm doing homework at the same time, which I'm fine with.
It's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay. Oh man. But by the way, Adam, gosh damn, I just love how much work they put into the worlds. It's so big.
Well, it's big, but it's like
it's one of I love Kingdom of Corona, even though if I haven't even seen Tangled yet.
It's
like it might be one of my favorite worlds. Like I just love the nature and
I like it in theory. It's just I think in execution it's a little bit. It's fine. Like it's a good world. For the most part, I think it's good. It's just I just think it doesn't have enough interesting landmarks to really make it one of the all-time great worlds. And I think the music of it is good. It's just I don't know. It just for me, like one of my biggest things, like I don't know if I mentioned it in the video or not. It's just it lacks that special something for me. Like
Really?
a lot of the worlds just kind of lack that special something. Even the really good ones, like Big Hero 6 and Pirates, I think they just kind of there's something just a tad. Just a tad off about them. I can't even really put my finger on it, but it's just I don't know. It's just something about it just doesn't gel with me as much as something like and as much as I give Deep Jungle shit. At least I remember. I remember it at least. Like it's not a good world, but at least I remember it after all this time.
Oh no, Deep Jungle. I would have loved it if they could have redone that because I loved Tarzan as a movie, but gosh damn. But still, that world was still bad.
The opening of Kingdom Hearts 3 is probably the closest we're ever gonna get to an actual remake of 1 with the whole like dive to heart thing. No, with the whole dive to heart sequence in the beginning.
Gosh damn, but Deep Jungle.
Deep Jungle sucks. I don't care what Deep Jungle is not a good world. It's poorly designed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they could have improved it if they were still able to like have access to it, but knowing how they don't anymore, obviously it's gonna remain as a bad world now. But still.
Sure.
But still, it was a pretty bad world because I would get lost so much in that world. I hate getting lost. Alongside freaking Monstro, Kingdom Hearts 1, which I really want to slap that kid in the face at the Kingdom Hearts 3 premiere at the GameStop we went to. He literally said he loves Monstro, and I'm like, what?
At least he didn't say he loved Kingdom Hearts 2 Atlantica. Then I don't care if you love Monstro, like Monstro, whatever, but you cannot walk up to me and tell me that you love Kingdom Hearts 2 fucking Atlantica, because it's shit. It's just terrible.
Atlantica in general sucked, even in the first one.
At least in the first one, it was they had stuff going on in it that wasn't a fucking sing-along, at least.
Oh yeah, of course. It
wasn't a damn sing-along.
But still, even in the first one, you would get lost in Atlantica. Atlantica, you couldn't get lost really easily. Gosh damn it!
It's been a while since because I think I'm on Atlantica in one of my Kingdom Hearts 1. I think on my most recent Kingdom Hearts 1 save, I'm actually on Atlantica.
You do know that I think because of the better reception, I guess that's when they removed the swimming mechanics when they ported it to Chain of Memories.
Well, I mean, obviously they felt the need to do, the fucking, the swimming for Pirates World.
Yeah.
I guess they felt confident enough in doing it again, so.
With Pirates?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it in Pirates, to be honest. I'm fine with it in Pirates. I love fucking Pirates.
It's fine. It's just I don't know. It's.
You don't know?
It's fine. I can't honestly say I was like blown away by the.
I mean, I'm not blown away either. I just know that most of the sea is empty because.
Yeah.
It's really empty. I mean, there's a few places to explore, but still.
I think that's like one of my issues with the Pirates world. Is that I like the stuff that's on the ship, but when you leave and go to land, I find it significantly less interesting.
Well, yeah, because it's empty.
Yeah, that's why.
Even if you dive underwater, it's empty as well.
Well, which makes me kind of annoyed with this whole idea of, we need to make these worlds larger. And it's like, well, I mean, you can make them as large as you want, but if they're not fun, they're not fun.
If there's no personality.
Exactly. It's like you might as well just make it like any old fucking open world game.
I would have preferred it smaller a bit.
I would have too. That would have been a lot better.
Actually, no. I like open world, but like you said, I don't know if there's no personality. It's not the best. It's not. I need personality. Oh my gosh! At least put in more sea creatures in there. At least underwater or something.
That would have been cool.
I would have loved to fight several sea creatures.
But really, the only creatures that are in it are just the ships.
The heartless, the fish in there, and then there's also.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you need to get the crabs to level up your ship.
Oh god, that bit where he's like, all right, we're going to shore now. You're gonna have to find crabs. I was like, huh? What? And then you have to run around for like 15 minutes and find crabs. And I'm like, oh, this is shit. This is like, I think I like audibly groaned when they were like, all right, time to go find crabs. I was like, wait, what? Like, what the hell's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to go find crabs in order to level up your ship. I'm like, can I skip past this, please? Like, I don't want to play this part, because this part's really boring.
Yeah, I
thought that part was so
about
boring.
I just took it as an opportunity to grind, though, because there were a few heartless that did show up.
There are, like, but I got so like it like quite, no pun intended, but it took the wind out of my sails when.
I do like the
ship stuff. I was like, oh,
I do like the ship battles. Even I don't know.
They're simple, but they're fun.
No, yeah, they were fun. Like
they're not anything like Black Flag's ship battles though, which with like the spectacle of like, man the cannons, and the ship like exploding and the fragments coming off and stuff like that.
No, yeah,
it's all been really simplified in the Pirates world. It's fun, but if you're going in, it's like a mini Black Flag. If you're going into it looking for like an authentic Black Flag experience, then you're not gonna get it with Pirates World. You're gonna with the Caribbean. You're getting like a not a dumbed down version, but you're getting a very streamlined, simplified version of it.
No,
which is fine. I mean, streamlined Black Flag is better than no Black Flag. I would take I would take whatever they're doing with the Caribbean over that fucking Skull and Bones game that they're doing at Ubisoft. I definitely would take the Kingdom Hearts version of that over that or whatever Ubisoft is doing.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Wait, Ubisoft is doing a Pirates game?
Yeah, it's called Skull and Bones.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Oh my god.
It's because I think it could be good. It's just I did a whole video about Ubisoft's thing, and I'm just so tired of Ubisoft games that I just don't care anymore. Hi Sonic, how's it going?
We have hi Sonic. Sorry, I'm not in the chat, but Adam says hi. I'm gonna say hi back as well. Thanks for coming to the stream. Oh my gosh.
What?
You know, Adam, I love how Mickey and Goofy roast Sora all the time, and Sora just tries to roast them back all the time.
That's actually like one of my other subscribers like mentioned that to me on Twitter, and he was like, yeah, I was really one of my favorite. He said like his favorite part of the game, or at least I don't know if I'm putting words in his mouth, but like one of his favorite parts of it was the interactions you have with Donald and Goofy in this one. And they are really good, and I think they are like just that much better because you haven't had Donald or Goofy for a very long time. You've been stuck with like either by yourself or those fucking Dream Eaters that I can't stand. But having Donald and Goofy back, like having people you can actually talk to while you're walking around and shit, it actually is like so good. It's so much fun to do that.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, since we have, I think it's like 5 people watching right now, is like if you guys have any like spoiler-free questions about Kingdom Hearts 3 that you want to ask me or Richard, just post them in the chat.
Yeah, for those
sorry.
joining, by the way, I have not beaten the game yet. I barely just finished the Caribbean. I'm barely getting. I haven't even entered San Francisco yet. I was going to, but I thought it was smart. It was better. I mean, I'm moving right now, so obviously I have some packing to do.
Sonic asks, do you think Kingdom Hearts 3 could run on Switch, considering it runs on Unreal Engine 4, which Switch supports? This was actually one of the things that I forgot to mention. There's a ton of shit that I forgot to mention in my my impressions video.
Maybe I don't think so.
I don't think it could, because it can't even run. It can't even run like efficiently on base PS4. You've got like two options for That was one of my big negatives that I forgot to mention. I think more like my impressions video was more about like the story and the base gameplay and stuff like that. I didn't even go to like the nitty gritty of some stuff, but there's two modes in Kingdom Hearts 3 as far as graphics go. Even on base PS4, they give you two modes, which thank God. One of them is like the unlocked frame rate, which Digital Foundry did an analysis of it. And on base PS4, you get anywhere between like 30 frames to like I think it even hits 60 at some points. Like very infrequently it hits 60. PS4 Pro, and I've played both versions of it. A PS4 Pro, there's a way to get it where it can kind of consistently hit 1080p 60 frames. If you're playing it on PS4 Pro, just turn off the super sampling and lock the resolution to 1080p. You'll be able to get it to a pretty decently smooth frame rate for the most part. It still is not consistent, but it does work better than the other version. The other one is stable mode, which is terrible. It's anything but stable. Richard, have you tried stable mode yet, or are you just running on the default?
I don't think I've checked on that yet, to be honest. The resolution stuff, when I got the game, I just played it.
Okay.
Like, I didn't really care.
Okay, good, because the default is the frame rate unlocked mode, which is absolutely like the only way to go. Because if you play, even on Pro, if you play it on stable mode, it is like a really like quite literally painful. It's a painful graphics option, because it like my eyes, because it's so bad looking at it, because it will stutter so frequently, and it's got really bad frame rate skipping. It does like this weird thing where it's like it hitches between 31, 30, 29, but it's got this like really ugly like frame skipping problem to it. It's completely fucked. Like it's just whatever Square Enix did to it. They need to fix it ASAP, because it's anything but stable. Like it makes my eyes hurt just looking at it. I can't even have it on for more than like 5 seconds, and I'm just like, I can't. I gotta go back to just unlocked frame rate. It's not ideal, but I would go so far as to say, like, you know how it runs on like base PS4 or 0.2 ran on base PS4 where it had like weird frame rate drops and shit. That was better than how stable mode is in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like that I could tolerate, but stable mode in Kingdom Hearts 3 there's just something like really fucked with it that is just terrible. Like it's so bad. I don't know how that got past Square Enix, but lo and behold, it got past Square Enix.
All right. But gosh damn, Adam, moving aside from frame rate, something I do enjoy talking about is the bistro. And we were talking about this before this started, but the bistro.
The bistro, you mean?
Okay, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's bistro. It's not bistro.
Okay, whatever. you know how much I love the food. Like, yeah, you know how much
the food is fun in 3.
The mini games are tough at first, but once you get the hang of them, they're fun. I remember how challenging the egg cracking was.
It's not challenging. Actually, no. It's just you gotta. It doesn't do like that.
No, the egg cracking wasn't that bad. It's the frying the pan. You know when you're moving the pan.
Oh, sautéing it.
Yeah. When you start moving the pan, it like lights up on fire. Like that one was the one I struggled on the most.
The one that I struggled on the most was the salt and pepper one, because I kept like mistiming it to where like you have to get it exactly where the circle. Jesus, are you dying?
I'm getting sick.
Oh no.
Everyone's getting sick.
I just got over being sick. But like when the circle isn't closing when you're gonna like shake the salt and pepper, it's like, oh god, it took a little bit for me to get used to. But I didn't really do the cooking all that much for my first playthrough. But this one, I'm actually want to like unlock all the recipes even on the special menu.
No, yeah, I actually want to unlock all the recipes as well.
You get rewards with it too. It's for every star you get, or every like star or 3 stars or whatever, Uncle Scrooge will come in and like give you stuff, which I thought was cool.
Good old Uncle Scrooge.
I was very happy that they put him in there somewhere, considering he's not in Hollow Bastion or Radiant Garden selling ice cream.
I love fucking Uncle Scrooge.
He's funny in this one.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sonic asks, do you think the game was disappointing or good? Again, that's really I think it's good. Definitely, I think it's good. There are aspects of it that are very disappointing, but as far as being a disappointment overall, no, it definitely is not. Sonic also asked, do you think it would have been better if they had used the Luminous Studio engine or no? No. I'm glad they switched to Unreal, because right now that whole like Luminous engine thing is I don't know. It's part
What's the Luminous engine? Is that the engine they used for
Final Fantasy 15? It's the one that they were gonna originally use for Kingdom Hearts, but I think in order to speed up the process of making it, they switched over to Unreal Engine 4, which is fine. Like, I don't have a problem with them using Unreal Engine 4. Like, the game looks amazing, so it's like whatever they did with Unreal Engine 4, it's like fine, cool. But I'm honestly like with the Luminous engine, everything that went on with Final Fantasy 15, I don't know. I'm glad that they just went with a different engine, honestly. Like, I mean, it might have looked better in the Luminous engine, but I'm fine with what we got.
No, yeah, definitely.
Hey, Kirby Sonic team.
Gosh damn it! I love the fucking food, Adam. I'm sorry, I have to keep saying it.
The food is fine. The food is great. I love
gosh
that
damn it! Gosh damn it! I want to go to an Italian restaurant with you and Mario one of these days. Gosh damn it!
We're like dress up all bougie, like what they do in the bistro.
No, like, have you gone to that one restaurant like in Tustin? I forget what it's called.
No.
It's really pricey, but it's so worth it. Like every meal is like $20. I don't know. I wouldn't go for pizza though.
What's it called?
I forget what it's called.
Is it Roma d'Italia?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
it's that one.
It's Roma d'Italia.
Yeah, fuck, I want to go there again. It was so good. Holy shit.
Kirby Sonic Team, how's it going? Kirby Sonic Team asks, hey guys, what did you think of the Sora, Donald, and Goofy interactions? Some of the best in the series, and I'm so glad Donald and Goofy were important in gameplay and out of it. We actually talked about this earlier, because I actually brought up what you told me earlier, earlier in the week. Kirby Sonic Team is that I love how I loved a lot of the interactions. Okay, so Richard, I'm gonna throw something at you, like a small detail that I only recently discovered with Goofy.
Okay.
So you know those sandworm things in Olympus?
Sandworm.
Yeah. Things. So you know how like when you're walking in the realm of the gods and those like sandworm things pop up?
Oh yeah.
So if you do Goofy's like shield bounce, and you throw him into one of those things while its mouth is open, it'll be an insta kill with the thing. With Goofy.
What?
Yeah, and it will be like a little like animation will play out where Goofy will get stuck in its stomach and will like kill it from the inside.
What?
Yeah, I heard about it from somebody on Reddit, and I was like, no way. And I went and like tried it, and yeah, it actually, they went to that trouble of creating this like weird hidden optional insta kill animation for it. It's so cool. Like I was just blown away by like whoa, what the hell? Like,
It's not gory, obviously.
Obviously not, but it's made of sand. It's not gonna be like blood and guts spilling out or anything like that.
I can't imagine that. No. Oh yeah, and then oh my gosh. So what was it?
But I love like I love how funny it is too. Like how funny the interactions with Donald and Goofy are. Because I was watching Kingdom Hearts 1 cutscenes like earlier today, and because I just need to like remind myself of like how far the series has come, and I forgot like how funny the original Kingdom Hearts is. Like I came into the point at the series where it was like really like melancholic and sad with like Roxas and everything. Even then there are little bits of humor that are funny in that, but it is really funny in the first one. There's like a really funny cutscene where after Sora gets dropped down into the locker in Captain Hook's ship, he falls on top of Donald and Goofy, and they're like talking, and the camera's like zoomed in close to them, and then it's like, all right, let's go find Kairi. All right, and then Donald's like, but first, get off of me! And like Sora's like on him the whole time, and it's really funny. But I love the bit in 3 when they first like take the picture. And Donald's like the one taking the picture, and he's like, "Why do I have to do it?" And,
oh yeah, I laughed at that.
and Goofy's like, "Oh, I'm sitting out with you too, Donald." And he's like, "Then you take the picture." And he goes back in and starts taking the picture.
It was so freaking funny. And then you take the picture, and then he's all mad in the picture.
Yeah, he looks like a edgy fucking band leader in that picture. I loved it so much. I love that part.
Oh
god, I'm getting quite a few questions. All right, let's go back. Sonic asked, did the game save Square Enix? Are they still disappointing you lately? No, they're still disappointing me. I still will give the. I actually have a video in mind where I talk about. This is what I'm gonna save it if I do end up doing the video. But there is a video that I want to make that I was thinking about on the way home today. That. Like, this is what I want Square Enix to be doing. Like, games like this. Not games structured like Final Fantasy 15, not wasting their time with, like, North American properties that undersell. I want them to keep making, like, this kind of stuff. This, like, Japanese action RPG kind of thing.
No live services.
No live services. Kingdom Hearts 3 is not a live service. Everything that you get, besides, like, some of the stupid retailer-exclusive Keyblades, which are not necessary at all, this is the kind of shit that I want Square Enix to be doing. Not Final Fantasy 15. I mean, definitely Final Fantasy, but not like what Final Fantasy 15 was. Not like, actually, like two recent ones that I like, Dragon Quest 11 and this are like the two big Square Enix games that I look and I'm like, why aren't you doing more like this? Like, do more like this. Don't do that. Do this. So anyway, next thing.
Kingdom Hearts.
Nero asks, "What do you?" Oh God, that's don't look at the chat. That's kind of like a little.
I'm not even on the chat.
A little bit spoilery, but what do you? I'm gonna answer it. What do you think of them using that music during that fight? That gave me chills when I heard that. I was so fucking happy when I heard that. I don't care if. So like one of the problems I've heard from a lot of people is that they reused a lot of music, but when they rearranged like some of the god tier tracks like what they do in 3, I don't have a problem with it, honestly, because it sounds amazing and it works.
Adam, speaking of music, when I got to Twilight Town, I was expecting the original theme to play, but instead they play the other one instead.
Oh,
kind of wish.
Well, because the Lazy Afternoons is reflective of Roxas's Twilight Town, whereas the Afternoon Streets is reflective of the real Twilight Town. Which I understood why, like, but I loved that they played Lazy Afternoons in like that one scene where Roxas kind of shines through Sora and he's like looking at the old mansion, and I was like, oh my god, this is like, I almost like I got a little like misty eyed. Can I ask non-Kingdom Hearts 3 questions for this stream? Yeah, go ahead. Ask non-questions. But I mean, I'd prefer they be Kingdom Hearts 3, but if you want to ask a non-Kingdom Hearts 3 question, that's totally fine too.
Oh gosh, you know how much I love Vanitas. You know how much I love Vanitas, Adam.
I like Vanitas a lot more in this one than I did in Birth by Sleep, because I feel like he's got more of a snarky, sarcastic personality in this. Like Haley Joel Osment just seems to be like having a fucking blast.
Vanitas might be my favorite villain. Like I told you that. Adam.
My favorite's probably Xemnas, just because or maybe Billy Zane.
I want obviously Xehanort. Xehanort's most likely my favorite villain, but besides Xehanort,
he's good in Birth by Sleep. It's like the other ones that he's in that I'm kind of like, like he's fine.
No, I still love Xehanort a lot, but it's like besides Xehanort, I love Vanitas. Like,
I like
Vanitas
Xemnas and I like Xemnas and Xigbar more as villains. I think Xigbar in particular is really cool.
Xigbar is probably the best one out of all of Organization 13.
Oh, I definitely think he's the one that has like the most interesting personality out of everybody.
Yeah, out of everyone. Besides, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Or Bragg, whatever.
Yeah, Bragg's is somebody, Xigbar is the nobody. Did you find it ridiculous that Square Enix locked the epilogue videos / secret ending / memory archive via day one patches? I don't have much of a problem with like the memory archive, but it gets a little bit messy when I talk about the epilogue and the secret stuff, which I completely understand why somebody would be very upset by that and very angry, because especially if they don't have an internet connection, I was like, okay, this is, yeah, it's fucked. Like you can't see the epilogue, you can't see the secret ending, which by the way are important. They are very important. I'm not gonna spoil it out, but they are important. But at the same time, I guess this is just my own bias coming in, and I guess I am, playing favorites. It's like I don't personally, I get it when I take a step back and I look at it and I'm just like, and I yeah, that's pretty fucked up, but just from my perspective, I'm like, I mean, I don't want the epilogue and the prologue floating out there, which I can the epilogue and the secret ending floating out there, which, I don't know. I personally don't have a problem with it, but I can understand why somebody would. Goofy is super smart in this game. He actually understands the plot and figures out certain plot points. He does, which I thought was really funny. I thought that was cool.
I like how there was some stuff that people were confused about, and they would like reflect on it as well.
Yeah.
Well, not reflect, but like some stuff to remind us, like with whole Ansem Xemnas. Like when King Mickey was talking to Riku, how he was saying, Xehanort split himself into two. We got Ansem. I thought that was good.
I like that they explained why all the nobodies and the heartless of Xehanort, why Ansem and Xehanort, Ansem and Xemnas look different from Xehanort, because when they were created, Xehanort was possessing Terra's body, so that's why they look so young. That's why they look like Terra. I like that they kind of like reiterated that.
Well, yeah, because what was it? Xehanort split himself into two in Terra's body.
Yes.
And
then we don't know where Terra is at this point. So
do not tell me.
No, I'm not gonna. No. I mean, like, referring to that cutscene, they don't know where Terra is at that point.
So. I mean, I would assume that they would need to combine Ansem and Xemnas to bring him back, but obviously that's not gonna work out because Xehanort would just return back into that form.
Exactly.
Most likely.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up.
Hold on. I thought the games before 3 were funnier, to be honest. I don't know. Oh, hey, Cameron, how's it going? I don't know what people are talking about when they say previous games were cringy. I rarely did. It was quite the opposite for me. There's a tweet that I think Kirby Sonic, it was either you or Kirby Sonic Team that threw up or retweeted that I liked as well, was that somebody said that Nomura is like the big popular thing is that Nomura is just this like weirdo who makes this like nonsensical shit, when he's actually one of the most like talented creative people. Like, he's got like an interesting creative vision to his stuff, and I completely agree with that, because I think I think because he, unlike somebody, you know, like I'm gonna say Hajime Tabata again. Unlike somebody like Hajime Tabata.
What's that noise?
What noise?
I don't know. I hear like a little beep noise. It's like beep beep beep. Oh, it must be. You know what? I'm gonna have to mute Angel. Angel left himself in the chat.
I already muted Angel.
I did. I'm gonna mute him just in case.
That's why I muted him.
Gosh damn it, I just heard like this loud beep noise. It was like beep beep beep, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know if it's...
Where was I? Damn it, where was I? Oh, how Nomura is like creative vision. He is a creative visionary. I think he is excellent.
How much more can it... How much more? How much more, Nomura?
I don't know. That's the thing we'll talk about in the spoiler, because there actually are hints in. I think the biggest thing for me is that he, like, what's interesting, and I'll get to your guys' questions. Don't worry, we're gonna be talking more. Like, we're going off of your guys' questions. We're probably going tangents as well. So if I don't immediately start answering your guys' questions, don't worry about it. Just hang on. I'll get to them eventually. I think what's interesting is, like, especially that Vernon Rex thing in Toy Story World. I have a feeling he'd be a lot more passionate about making that into a full game than Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because it's like Final Fantasy VII Remake has been like flipping and flapping around for like 4 years now. And it's like guys, really? Like can we, like, are we really gonna get serious about this, or are we gonna just have this be like this thing that you just dangle in front of people's faces for the next like 10 years until it's announced for the PlayStation 5 at some point? So I don't know. I think Nomura's kind of giving hints that he, like, I don't want to work on Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let me work on my own thing. Or maybe he's just really pissed off that he got taken off of Final Fantasy 15 and that fucking Tabata got it instead. Because Vernon Rex, it looks a lot like the old trailers for Final Fantasy 13 Versus. It looks a lot like them, especially the character models.
Oh yeah, Verum Rex. That was the 15 cameos that appeared, right?
Well, they're not the characters from 15. They are characters that look like the 15 cast not from the new 15, but from when it was called Final Fantasy 13 Versus, like way back in 2006, like way back in the day, before the fucking PS4 was even announced.
That was still Noctis though in there, right?
No, it's a parody of Noctis, kind of. Anyway. Yeah, I think some of the previous stuff is cringy. I think some of the dialogue in 3 is a little bit cringy, but I think it's cringy in an endearing way and not like a ugh kind of thing.
What I want to know is, now that 3 is done, is Nomura starting to work on HD remake, or do you think he's planning DLC possibly?
I think he's working on 7 remake right now, because he said that unless he gets taken off of 7 remake, which I mean, at this point, I honestly kind of hope he does.
If he's gonna make DLC for 3, at most, I would just want a final mix kind of DLC, like just add in extra bosses. That's the only thing I'd like. I wouldn't want like extra story stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get anything extensive like that with the.
I don't know if he's gonna do like a final mix thing. Like, at least do it for DLC. I would like to fight extra bosses.
I would
like,
too.
That'd
be nice.
just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Like just that. I don't want anything else. Do not add any more story stuff, please.
Yeah.
Just don't.
No.
But if he's working on HD remake and he's leaving it as is, then I'm fine with it as well. Because gosh damn, HD remake is taking a long ass time.
It's getting ridiculous. Remember when Sora, Donald, and Goofy made silly faces at Cerberus as they lock him up? That was funny. I don't care that they reuse music. Fallout New Vegas reused tracks from other Fallout games. It depends on how it's contextualized. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. Anger and hate. Is there a theme for getting platinum? I don't think so. Not from what I've heard. Is 2019 a better game year than 2018 so far?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 2 and I haven't even talked about Resident Evil 2 on the channel yet. Resident Evil 2 is really good. I don't love it. I don't think it's the second coming of Jesus like so many people do, but I think it is. Like, as far as survival horror goes, it is very, 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 very enjoyable. Yeah, so far it's already better. 2018. Hey, Apex Steve, how's it going? Did you guys find the game too easy on standard mode? Even on proud mode, it's way too easy. Like I forget that I'm playing it on proud mode.
Dude, I've been playing it on proud mode.
But
I always play all the Kingdom Hearts games on proud mode, except for the first one. The first one, proud mode is extremely difficult. Apparently, the proud mode on the original first one is actually equivalent to critical mode.
I remember proud mode on the like PS2 version of it. Yeah, it was pretty difficult. Even like Kingdom Hearts 2, like when we were playing proud mode at the GameStop, I thought that was much more challenging. That Axel fight was much more challenging than anything in Kingdom Hearts 3 so far. Like that was more challenging on proud mode than any of the fights in Kingdom Hearts 3, which yeah, like you guys said, Kingdom Hearts 3 is kind of a little insultingly easy, even though I love the game. I think what makes it too easy is that just the overabundance of special attacks that you have at your disposal. Like, they stop being special after a point. Like, it's fun to use them every so often, but just the amount they give you at the rate that they give you is just, it's too much. Like, it's way too much that they do. Let's see. And yeah. I'm not really somebody that's all about like I need difficulty. I'm not like Bloody Biscuit or Sora Alarm where I do like level 1 critical runs of games. Like I don't do that, but even I have to admit I was like, yeah, this is a tad too easy. Hopefully the critical mode gets patched in the future. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. It's basically mind-numbing button smasher. I don't know about mind-numbing.
Yo, Adam.
It's
Adam.
just what?
Yeah, just keep answering questions because people just came over and are checking out the place. So if I'm quiet, it's because of that.
All right, that's fine.
All right. But I'm still here. Don't worry.
That's fine. I understand. For context, Richard is moving, so people are looking at his apartment. I don't know about mind numbing, but it is definitely a button. It's definitely a button masher. Is also a better movie year for 2019. I haven't seen any movies so far in 2019 actually. There's a couple that I want to see, but I just haven't had the time to see them. RE2 is great. I'm going through it now. Mr. X feels tense. I love Mr. X. He's my favorite he's my favorite part of that game. Did you have a hard time collecting the crabs? I had no problem with it. It's funny how people's opinion on the Pirates World can be drastically different based on that crab mission. That was definitely like my least favorite part of the Pirates mission, the Pirates World, where it is it feels like such a like a stop. Like it's like the pacing is going well for Pirates where you're doing like, yeah, ship battles, yeah, attack, and then it's like, all right, now time to collect crabs, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? And it wasn't as like laborious as I thought it was gonna be. It's just that one part I was like, I'm not all that crazy about this. Same with the bird boss fight. I didn't really care for that one. It's just it went on for way too long, and it was just really easy, and it just was really repetitive, and I didn't like controlling the flying heartless all that much. So yeah, the Pirates World I thought was good for the most part. It's just that crab bit and then the bird boss fight I weren't too crazy about. Oh yeah, true. Press triangle and you end up just fucking everyone up so early. Yeah. Did the base Xbox One S hold back some things for the game or not much as the gap is tiny? I have no idea. I have no clue. I haven't played it on Xbox, so I have no idea. I don't like the crab hunt, but when you know where to look, it's not too bad. Still not an excuse though. I wish that you'd been getting it like at this point during the ship battles, because you do get them during the ship battles too. You don't necessarily have to get them via the via like going on the land and finding it. You can get them during ship battles, but still it is not. It's like such a stopgap compared. It just slows the pacing down to a big crawl. Did you play it on regular PS4 or Pro? I played it on both. So I'm actually one of the lucky people that got the Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 Pro, and I felt kind of bad that I got it because I know I actually like I heard from people that did get theirs canceled and they were like really upset, and I'm like, oh shit, like yeah, that's pretty fucked. And again, it's like I think it's a combination of Sony, Square Enix, and GameStop being equally shitty. I think GameStop, Sony, they all share some of the blame in different ways, and part of GameStop's model, and this is coming from somebody who used to work there. GameStop's model is they love to overpromise things in order to jack up their pre-order numbers, because that's their bread and butter. Pre-orders. They're desperate for that shit. So any way they can get them up, they will. And what really backfired for them is that whenever they overpromise something, it's like, oh shit, we don't have enough inventory for it. Now we have to start canceling it. And it's like, well, no shit. It's like, yeah, if you don't have the item, the people aren't gonna get it. Like, duh. But I played it on regular PS4 and I played it on Pro. So, and I definitely prefer playing it on Pro because I can get it to like a decent 1080p 60 for most of the time. I feel like the game could have benefited from keeping the snappy reaction commands from Kingdom Hearts 2. While they were free damage, it was fun, flashy way to deal a little more damage. Yeah, the reaction commands like that are created specifically for each fight, I felt like that would have been cooler because I do really love the reaction commands from Kingdom Hearts 2. Like they feel a lot better than the constant barrage of special attacks you get. And somebody who's been playing Kingdom Hearts 2 for a very long time, it felt odd not having any like Valor forms besides Rage form in it. It just felt odd, like not having Valor, Wisdom, Master, Final. It just is odd that you had to get it. And like all the moves that you get from Classic Kingdom Hearts 1, or sorry, Classic Kingdom Hearts 2 is like you get it from the second form in the Kingdom Key, which the form changes that. Which I love that you can upgrade the Kingdom Key now to where you could use it throughout the entire game and it will actually be very useful. Which I love that that's a change that they made from the past ones. Because the Kingdom Key always gets the short end of the stick in the other games. Sometimes you have to earn them via blocking on time or certain scenarios. Yep. The fact that it's even there is like, why we didn't need the crab fight. It just seemed to me like some bosses had one too many health bars for such little damage you do on a boss with so few phases. I felt like a lot of the bosses had health just for the sake of health. Like my go-to example is going to be that bird boss fight, where because of how much damage it requires to get it down to where you could like get on its back and start like hitting it in the head, and then how cumbersome the Heartless's control and just how kind of like the fight is, it just didn't really I wasn't all that crazy about that fight. And just some of the bosses, like the health for the sake of health. It's like, oh, it's a big boss, time for some extra health. And it's like, okay. And I wasn't really crazy about a lot of the bosses in this one, except towards like the ending, which I'm not gonna get into those bosses, but the ones in particular, like in the ones in Monsters Inc. I didn't like that final boss. I didn't care for the bird boss in Pirates. The microbots fight in Big Hero 6 I thought was okay. I did like that boss fight against Mother Gothel's Heartless in Kingdom of Corona. I liked that one. I liked the wolf boss fight at the end of Frozen. I liked the Titan fight on Proud Mode because I felt like that was just a tiny bit more interesting to try to block stuff in that than just like spam like I was in the standard mode. But yeah, it's not until like the later stuff that like the bosses finally get to the point where it's like, all right, now we're in for a kick-ass fight. Do you think this game was a great next-gen experience, unlike many early than title? My weird thing about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that at its heart, it almost, no pun intended, it's like it almost feels like a PS2 game that's been souped up with prettier graphics, and because it's got like an old simplistic PS2 mentality to it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I think having that stripped down nature to it, it reminds me of why I like the series so much. It's not so glossy and redone to the point where it feels hollow, like it feels like a shell of its former self. It's got that like old spirit to it that like really, it's difficult for me to describe, and it's really difficult for me to pinpoint, but there's just something about it that feels like it's got a PlayStation 2 mentality to it, which I don't necessarily have a problem with. And it doesn't reflect in the smoothness of gameplay or anything like that. It's just something about the way it's designed, something about its content. Because compared to a lot of other, you know, open world games that are out nowadays, a lot of the worlds just feel they look kind of empty compared to a lot of games now. And especially with the cooking minigame, which I actually really liked the cooking. The gummy ship stuff, I wasn't all that crazy about it, but the cooking, I actually did really grow to like it on my second playthrough. I barely used it on my first one, but the second one I thought was really fun. I thought the early bosses sucked, but the later bosses weren't nearly as tedious apart from the adversaries. Yeah. The Frozen World fight I remember being real challenging. I'm actually on Monsters Inc. I'm getting up to Frozen now on Proud mode, so I'll see if I agree with that. Were you glad that Kingdom Hearts 3 was not a stupid live service game? Oh god, absolutely. When Kingdom Hearts 3 was first announced, that was one of my biggest fears. Not when it was first announced, but like a couple of years down the road, when they were starting to get into the hype machine for it. I was concerned that Square Enix was gonna like pull a Final Fantasy 15 with it, especially like you said, seeing what they did to Final Fantasy 15. And yes, I will keep bagging on Final Fantasy 15 until I'm blue in the face, because as much as I have issues with some of the story, like big issues with the story, some of the story elements in Kingdom Hearts 3. Hello. Some of the story elements in Kingdom Hearts 3. At least I don't have to go to an anime to find out what happens. I don't have to watch a boring movie to find out what happens. I don't have to read
for FF15 sucked.
I don't think it sucked. It was just mediocre. It was like they wasted all this money on something they could have just put in the game. There is nothing like that in Kingdom Hearts 3, thank God. It's just I'm just glad that they didn't do that.
Good thing Kingdom Hearts never turned into an animated series.
Well, if they ever remade Kingdom Hearts, like the original Kingdom Hearts, into an animated series, that would have been awesome. Would have been awesome if they had sold the chessboard. Oh, that would have been cool. Thoughts on
the chessboards? Yeah, I wish it would have been nice if they
that Ericus and Xehanort are playing on. Yeah. Thoughts on the Disney characters, replacement voice actors. I thought most of them did really well. Woody was the only one who sounded different, but I got used to the interpretation. I really liked all of them. I mean, definitely I can tell that it wasn't Tom Hanks. It definitely wasn't Tim Allen. It definitely wasn't Billy Crystal or John Goodman. But I did like them. I actually heard a lot of complaints about Tom Hanks's, I think it was his brother actually that voiced Woody in Kingdom Hearts 3, or Jim Hanks. I think it was him. And it sounds kind of like Tom Hanks, but you can tell that it's not. It's not Tom Hanks doing it.
Yeah, well, you want to know something? I miss Slinky. I love Slinky.
Well, Jim Varney's dead, so he died like years before Toy Story 3.
I love Slinky and Mr. Potato Head. You know how much I love those guys.
It's a shame that Don Rickles is gone. Now that I don't know if they're gonna have Mr. Potato Head in 3. Or sorry, they're gonna have 4.
No, yeah, they are. He was in the teaser.
Mr. Potato Head? He was?
Yeah, in the trailer when it shows them all dancing in a circle. Yeah, he was there.
Oh yeah, but that's like an original thing.
They're gonna be there. You know they're gonna be there.
We'll see.
You know they're gonna be there. I do like the new characters though. The freaking duck and the bunny.
I don't like Key and Peele, so seeing them there, I'm just kind of like.
But I like the trailer when Buzz was like, to infinity and beyond. And then they looked at each other and then they start laughing. I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny. To insanity and beyond.
What aspects of the game feel like a PS2 game? It's just in the overall way.
The controls feel like a PS2 game.
No, they don't.
Yes?
They don't. They feel
okay.
They feel like a smooth PS4 game, but the worlds that they're in and the way it's all structured feels like a PS2 game.
Going through the command menu, obviously, yes.
No, because that's just a classic Kingdom Hearts staple. That's not necessarily a PS2 game. Not necessarily. But just the overall, like the inner workings of it almost feel like a PS2 game. Like I said, I can't really like fully describe why, but it's when you play it, there's just I think it's more inherently just it feels like a Kingdom Hearts game, and a Kingdom Hearts game for most of its life has felt like a last gen experience. Like, we didn't get an original Kingdom Hearts game during like the PS3 era. We got one for the 3DS and the PSP, but those are like handhelds, and those are not a true like PS3 experience. So having it like jump from PS2 to PS4 feels like there's some kind of like holdover from the PS2 era.
I love the handheld one, but you may disagree with me, but you know.
I like Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance, but just I think they're vastly inferior to the console entries, like the true console entries.
I love Birth by Sleep, Adam. You know how much I love by Sleep.
I know.
I think the people that watch the podcast know how much I love it too.
Yeah.
I hope please don't hate on me, guys, but I love
Birth by Sleep. They know how much I hate the fucking Dream Eaters too.
I love the Dream Eaters. Fuck you. I like the little chubby meow wow.
Fuck them. I'll take Don and Goofy over those little fuckers any day of the week.
Hey, they were helpful.
No, Don and Goofy just have more personality. They're way more interesting. The Gummy Ship missions weren't very good. They're really boring, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but 2's Automed are much better. Yeah, I agree. I did like 2's Gummy Ship battles more. I'm somebody who's not all that interested in the Gummy Ship stuff. I think it's cool that it's there for people that really like the Gummy Ship stuff, but it's just I'm
Gummy
just so indifferent.
Okay, when it comes to the Gummy Ship stuff in 3, I like it, but the thing is that like the
bosses are boring.
The bosses, yes, they are long. You actually have to level up your ship, which
but they're boring. Thankfully, it doesn't require you to fight a boss to unlock every world. It doesn't require you can skip them.
It's optional.
Well, not even then. Like it's not optional in some earlier ones, but when you start going through like the second half of the worlds, it actually does not require you to fight a boss to unlock the world. Thank God. Because I thought that was going to be the pattern. I was going to be like, oh my god, I have to fight this fucking boring boss again.
They took a while, but that was because your ship level is below level. You actually have to level up your ship.
Again, that's how it feels like a PS2 game, where it's kind of like holding back what you actually want to get to. Because a lot of games nowadays focus on like immediate gratification. Kingdom Hearts requires, almost like to its detriment, requires a lot of patience getting through it at some point. Do you feel like it was a mistake? Hold on. Do you feel like it was a mistake to completely disregard Final Fantasy characters? Silly as it sounds, it feels kind of dirty that they've been slowly removed from the series. Yeah, I did not like that there were no fun. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just that it's really disappointing, and it sticks out like a sore thumb that there are no Final Fantasy characters in this game, aside from like a fucking cacti that you make in Toy Story World. That's it. And it plays the and it's like it's like rubbing salt in the wound that Leon and Cloud and Yuffie and Tifa and Aerith and Sid that they aren't all there. And they go to Radiant Garden. Like Riku and Mickey go to Radiant Garden, but no, Sora does not go to Radiant Garden. So I'm gonna tell you that. So
okay, please.
So They're not in there. There isn't even a Sephiroth fight, which was really disappointing when I found that.
That's
out.
what I want to know. Why did they remove the
I
Final
don't know
Fantasy
why.
characters?
I don't know. Like,
I like seeing them again. Like, if you're not gonna put any Final Fantasy character, I understand that, but please just do not leave out the ones that appeared in the 1 and 2. Come on.
Yeah.
I love those guys. Like, keep Cloud, keep Sid, keep Yuffie, keep
At least keep the ones from Kingdom Hearts 1. At least bring back Squall. At least bring back or Leon or whatever. I call him Squall. At least bring back Squall. At least bring back Yuffie. Bring back Cloud. Bring back Aerith. Just bring back those ones, the original ones. Fucking Birth by Sleep has more Recoded has more Final Fantasy than fucking Kingdom Hearts 3. That's insane. That mainline Kingdom Hearts game has significantly less Final Fantasy than the fucking mobile, like the Game Boy remake of a fucking mobile game. It's ridiculous.
Birth by Sleep only had one Final Fantasy character.
It had Zack. That's still more than Kingdom Hearts 3.
I know.
That's still more.
The question is, will Zack ever go on his date with Aqua?
No, probably not, because there aren't getting any fucking Final Fantasy characters in this game.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember Aqua said she couldn't promise anything.
Oh yeah, Auron too. Where the fuck is Auron? I missed Auron. Auron was like one of my favorite characters in
Oh yeah, all the 10 characters aren't even in there.
There's only been like a couple 10 characters. There's the Gullwings and Auron from and Walk, of course, and Walk. How could I forget? I always forget that those guys are on Destiny Islands. I always forget. It's like they phased those guys out too, and after 2, it's like you never see Waka, you never see the others again, you never see Selphie again. Which is a shame.
You see Sophie. You see Sophie in 2 with walking with Kyrie.
Briefly, you see Selphie.
Why did they remove the characters? Come on.
I don't know.
I'm upset at that.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Now that Fox is owned by Disney, I would be down to see The Simpsons.
No.
Kingdom Hearts.
No.
You saw that? I remember you retweeted that picture of Sora in freaking Springfield by Homer Simpson's house.
I was horrified.
And you were like, oh no. God, and then I just started laughing.
No. But having no Final Fantasy characters in a 3 is like a real like. That's one of the things that I just want to like walk up to Nomura and just be like, dude, really? Like, really?
There are no Final Fantasy characters in Dream Drop Distance, but they put World Ends With You.
They at least have some. They have something at least from fucking Square Enix library. They have something.
Yeah.
It's not Final Fantasy, but something.
For the first time a Kingdom Hearts game without any Square Enix characters. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want a cameo appearance or like a parody of Versus 13, but come on.
Well, they have more Dissidia. They actually have like Dissidia Final Fantasy in the fucking toy shop, but they don't have Final Fantasy characters. It's so it's like it frustrates me. Yeah, Final Fantasy characters were a huge part, and also I think Chain of Memories, Birth by Sleep, and Dream Drop are all much better as handheld games than they are on the collection. That I can agree with. I do like Dream Drop Distance more on the 3DS than I do on the PS4.
Gosh damn it!
Even if it does run at 60 frames on the PS4, I think it works better as a handheld game.
Let's find the 101 Dalmatians again.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, they kind of replaced that with the emblems, which are kind of like its own little thing now.
But still, I like the little puppies. You know how much I love the little puppies.
Yeah. Well, I love 101 Dalmatians as a movie. That's like one of my favorite Disney movies.
Gosh damn it, I love my puppy.
Would you mind if future Kingdom Hearts games had Marvel, Star Wars? No Star Wars, no Marvel, no, definitely no Indiana Jones.
No Simpsons either.
No Fox franchises. No, thank you.
The Simpsons movie.
How can you have Twilight Town without Cypher calling Sora a lamer? Unacceptable. Yeah, there's no Setzer, there's no Cypher, there's no VV.
And there's no the usual spot. There's no the Seven Wonders.
Yeah, that made me really sad about Twilight Town. So there's no
At least
there's no struggle. There's no struggle area. There's no Seven Wonders area. There's no Sunset Hill. There's no clock tower. There's no explorable clock tower. There's no.
At least give us the explorable
station.
clock tower and the usual spot. If you're not gonna put the Seven Wonders.
If you're not gonna fully give me the Seven Wonders area or the Sunset Hill, at least give me the alleyways leading to the train station and the train station itself, and the ability to run on the clock tower and jump off of it. At least give me that.
I want the usual spot as well. I love the usual spot. Come on, you have to admit you like the usual spot.
I mean, it's duh. I grew up with the usual spot, but I'd rather if it sacrificed that in favor of getting us to the fucking the train station.
Do you think they can? Is it possible to patch it in there or no?
I think it could be possible. I just don't think I just highly doubt they're gonna do it.
I don't think so either. But when I got to Twilight Town for the first time,
yes,
I was like happy. I rejoiced when I saw Hainer, Pence, and Oled. Like it felt like everyone. Obviously, from my perspective, like obviously I didn't feel that. I mean, I felt that connection, but I knew that like from someone who grew up with Kingdom Hearts 2 as a kid, I'm pretty sure they got that feeling that like everyone is grown up already. Like kind of like that feeling, kind of. I don't know if that's how you felt, but
well,
it's like a childhood memory like coming back. Like things are coming back all of a sudden.
Well, it didn't hit me like at first. Like I thought about it, but it didn't hit me until like much later when I was playing like that. I was like, oh my god, I'm so old. Like I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3, like, and it's got Twilight Town, which yeah, Twilight Town was a real disappointment in 3. It's way too small as well. I really do. I that's the biggest. That's the thing. It's like I love what they show of Twilight Town so much that it just makes it all the more frustrating. Like how.
Wait, can you explore the mansion? Because I haven't explored the mansion yet.
Can't. That's another one. You can't explore the mansion.
What?
No, you can't.
That's dumb.
It's only in a cutscene that you see it. And
but there's a safe
computer room.
Okay, so you can only explore the computer room.
No, you can't even explore. I'm talking about like the only thing you see of the mansion is in a cutscene, and it's the computer room, and that's it. You can't explore, and you can't see any of the rest of it.
Why? I guess they wanted to save time. I guess I don't know, but still, I wouldn't have minded waiting a bit more longer just to see more of Twilight Town.
Yeah.
That makes me sad, or at least give Twilight Town a better treatment than.
Well, it's like it's so odd that like so much of the rest of the game is all about space and let's have more exploring. Like, I wish they had just like scrapped the Frozen world entirely and just put all that effort into making.
Hey, I like Arendelle.
I do not like Arendelle. I think Arendelle is just so bland and boring and
hey, I like Arendelle. Fuck you. I like Arendelle.
I love Frozen, but I don't.
I love Frozen.
I love Frozen. I just don't want. It's not good for a Kingdom Hearts world. It's just dull.
Fuck you. I disagree.
Everyone fucking agrees with me. Everyone agrees with me on this.
No.
Everyone that you and I talk to, everyone says Arendelle, bland, boring.
Well, I want to ask the chat. Chat, what do you guys think of Arendelle? Is it pointless for it to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, or are you guys fine with it?
It's not pointless. It's just bland and boring.
Okay, well, do you think it's a dumb world?
It feels like Disney mandated. It feels like the only part of it that felt like Disney came in and was like, "You have to include this."
Okay, but I wanna know what the chat thinks about Arendelle and 3. What do you guys think?
Would you not mind if if future Kingdom Hearts games had Square Enix characters from the Western side? No, I don't want to see Lara Croft or Adam Jensen in Kingdom Hearts. No thanks. Let's keep that. Let's just keep that only Japan and American Disney stuff. Let's just only do that. Only Japan, Square Enix, and Disney.
The Black Cauldron in Kingdom Hearts.
The what?
A Black Cauldron, or how's it pronounced?
The Black Cauldron?
Yeah.
The Black Cauldron?
Cauldron? Whatever! Cauldron. Okay!
First Bistro, and now Cauldron.
I don't know how to pronounce this stuff.
Oh
Don't hate me.
I also think Kingdom Hearts 3 suffers from a lack of identity. Let me explain. I don't think it does, because I think it has like a lot of the past idiosyncrasies in it. It's not like a lot of the games that popped to mind that just don't have an identity of their own anymore would be something like what's a good example? I think Spider-Man would be a good example for me, because I feel like that one just kind of like apes off of every other open world thing out there. That's just me. Like, I think Spider-Man personally just lacks a clear identity. But I think Kingdom Hearts has one. I think Kingdom Hearts, like I said, it feels like a PlayStation 2 game, and in spirit, it feels like an old PlayStation 2 game, which I think that within itself gives it more of an identity than past ones. Even if it does, you know, it does buckle under like a lot of the trends that are coming out nowadays, where like everything has to have a photo mode, everything has to have like weird social media stuff, everything has to have like a big open world. But I feel like they still do it in a way that is like pure to the spirit of Kingdom Hearts, especially that social media stuff. Like, that's the one that like, when I first saw that, I was like, what the hell? Like, when I saw like the Instagram loading screens and the hashtags and the like the selfies, I was like, what the shit? But fucking around with it in the game, and the QR codes, there's QR codes in a Kingdom Hearts game that you scan with the phone to play those like classic Kingdom thing. It's like, oh yeah, oh, all right. Oh, hold on. I'm Mario. Part of the charm of Kingdom Hearts is how sincere it is, how it takes its own story seriously. Kingdom Hearts 3 has many points where it's tongue-in-cheek about its plot. I think it was handled well. What about you? There's a couple of moments where I felt like it kind of like breaks the fourth wall, which at the beginning it's cute. It's just, I think Axel does it one too many times, where it starts to be like, okay, I get it, you're kind of being like a little smarmy with the fact that like, and I don't even necessarily think like, I think, yeah, part of its charm is that it does take itself seriously, which I appreciate. That I like that it's not constantly like making fun of itself, which I think the one moment that it like nails it is when like it does like the 2.9 title screen before it goes to Olympus, which I thought that was hilarious. Which that was the one part that I was like, all right, that's funny, you've got me. I like that. I like the Frozen world more than the Tangled world. I don't agree. I think the Frozen world is much less interesting than the Tangled world. At least the Tangled world, you get to explore a semi-open kingdom, and you get to interact with people a little bit. Frozen is just a dead wasteland of ice and snow, which is the point of the movie, but it just doesn't make for a very interesting world for me. I like the Tangled world a lot more, and even I'm not like super crazy about Kingdom of Corona. I found an insane amount of charm that your party member was who he was. For what I can tell, someone had fun making it. The world is okay. I like the ice maze. Frozen world. I'm disappointed that it was Marshmallow that was the party member. I wish it had been like Elsa. That would have been a lot cooler to have her be the party member. In KH1, you want to find all what happened to Riku and Kairi, giving you an incentive to care. Kingdom Hearts 2 adds more on top of that and has a perfect setup. Yes, I get what you're saying, and I agree, because I mentioned that in the impressions video where I said it lacks, I don't know about an identity. I think you mean like it lacks like a clear direction. It has an identity. It's just it's an incentive to keep going is where it has its problems. It's like it is, because in the original Kingdom Hearts, like you said, you're going after your friends who get sucked up into this darkness, a dark abyss. In 2, you're going after Riku, and you're finding out more about the Organization 13. In Kingdom Hearts 3, it's like like you said, the power of waking. It's like, okay, and you're trying to find a way to reawaken Roxas, which they only really do that in one world, which like, it's like, okay. It doesn't feel like there's a really clear, interesting motivation for Sora to keep going this time around. Like I said, it just feels like, hey, let's just go to Disney Worlds, I guess. and try to find this power. It's not like he has to. It's not like in Dream Drop Distance where you have to go to 7 worlds to unlock the power of waking. It's not like that in this. It's just, hey Sora, go find the power of waking. Okay. And I guess and they kind of like, it works within the narrative, like from an insider perspective, like with the characters themselves, because even they don't have a clear motivation as to be like, okay, like I know exactly where to go. Because Sora, even he's kind of like just sitting on the ship and he's like, what do I do now? And everyone's kind of looking at him like, Sora, like, what are you gonna do now? Hello, Sora, can you take it seriously, please? And I like that in a sense. And I think that it's interesting from that perspective. It's just looking at it from the outside as a player, there's no real clear end goal to this. And that, I think, is another big problem with that, because it is just, it lacks that like, if this was the first game in the series, you would have no emotional connection to what's going on. Like, if they just got rid of everything at the end and had this was the very first time you'd be introduced to this world, it's dead on arrival with the pacing.
Which one?
With 3, where it lacks a clear, interesting motivation to keep going, except for people that have been with the series for so long and know what's coming and want to see the things that happen in the second half, or the final fourth of it, actually. But yeah, like you said, like, it's not Dream Drop Distance. Because Dream Drop Distance, there is a clear goal to visit 7 sleeping worlds in order to unlock the power of waking. That is the end goal. That's like, hey, go to these worlds to unlock this power. Got it. In this one, it's go to, I don't know, fuck it. It's go walk around and do something. And it's like,
oh
okay.
yeah, that's pretty much the whole plot. Like, he was telling Sora, you have to find the power of waking.
Yeah, but it's not.
He doesn't even know where to go, so he's just traveling everywhere.
That's what I was saying earlier before you came in. It makes sense from his point of view, Sora's point of view, that he's lost. But from a player's point of view, looking from the outside in, it is not as well done as it was in the past. Like, it doesn't, the motivation to keep going in this one is not as good as 1 or 2, or even like Birth by Sleep, even Dream Drop Distance. This might be like as among like just sheer motivation, like what is the end goal here with Sora, this might be like the weakest one out of the entire series. Just the motivation to keep going.
Was it so overly 3 wasn't everything you had hoped for, but during the long ass wait?
Well, it's like I said, and everyone's always asking me that. It's like it's complicated. It's a complex question.
Well, yeah, I mean, because of the year-long wait, or just like so long, like for so many years, obviously everyone was hoping for so much.
Well,
obviously
it delivers for the most part. It's just certain things in it that I can't talk about that really like get my blood boiling when I think about it. Like how poorly thought out some of it was. And unfortunately, like those things are like key to what happens.
Oh gosh damn it. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of which, how did you guys feel about the Instagram posts during the loading times?
I was talking about that too while you were away. I was like so confused when I first saw that, but I grew to really like it after a while.
No, I saw it immediately when I saw the Instagram post. I'm like, why are they doing this? This is kind of weird.
Fuck, like this is bizarre. Also, can I just say how fucking confusing it is to have Sora revert to his Kingdom Hearts 1 character model encoded in DDD? Encoded, it's because it's data Sora, I guess. But in Dream Drop Distance, it's odd having him be like Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora in a new outfit. It looks weird.
Well, did they do that graphics wise, or did he become younger?
That's an artistic choice, because he does morph into his Kingdom Hearts 2 self at certain points in that game. When he's talking to Roxas, he looks like how he does in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Did they do that? Was it only because of... What was it? Okay, wait. Is Sora only young in Dream Drop Distance because it's a dream?
Probably. That's probably the motivation behind it.
I mean, because Riku was young as well.
Yes, he was.
I'm gonna guess it was because of the dream. Gosh damn it! Learning Kingdom Hearts is like learning an entire religion. I swear.
I don't go that far, but it's convoluted for it's so odd. Like,
oh, you know what else? Okay, you know what? Speaking of Twilight Town, I wish there were a bit more mini games besides the bistro. Like how you were saying you were complaining how there was no struggle. Something I do kind of miss maybe the skateboard. I don't know how to feel about this.
That would have been something at least, but that would have required them to like significantly expand the town to make the skateboard minigame work. Even the ball one, like hitting the ball in the air, you would have had to like put extra time into like clearing a path for that and all that shit.
I would have wanted to struggle again. I love fucking struggle.
Struggle would have been great to see in this with
at least
the Cypher and Vivi.
I would have been. Is struggle even a real thing?
No. How would that work in real life? It's not like you've got balls like hidden into you that people can like hit out.
I mean,
balls can appear.
I mean, maybe you could be. I mean, there could be something you're holding on to. Maybe you can hit it to make the balls come out, and then collect them as fast as you can.
I don't know. Like, maybe it would just look weird.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. The Birth by Sleep mini games were the best, though. Those ones were the best.
Yeah, those ones were the best. Well, I don't know. Maybe two. Except except the fucking Atlantica bullshit. Besides that,
two mini games, really?
Hey man, I told you, like when I was a kid, I didn't know that you could skip past the mini games at the beginning with the jobs. Like I thought you had to collect all the money for Hainer. So I did like all those fucking mini games for like a while, and I grew to like them after a certain point.
No, Birth by Sleep minigames will always be my favorite. You got the rhythm one. The fruit one is kind of a little challenging. The one I like, and then there's the racing one. The racing one was great.
Well,
my favorite one's probably
there's the whatchamacallit, the board as well that I really like. The board game.
Oh yeah, that one I love as well. That one's probably my favorite.
I wish they had made that into like a multiplayer thing. If they are gonna bring multiplayer back into Kingdom Hearts, at least have it like that.
They did, right?
Yeah, with Birth by Sleep, but not with like the newer ones on the consoles.
No, they did. Like it's called Fortune Street. It's called Fortune Street on the Wii.
What?
Yeah, if you look, the game Fortune Street on the Wii is literally the board game from Birth by Sleep,
but it's
turned
not.
Into an actual game.
It's not licensed by Square Enix, is it?
Yeah, it is. Look it up.
What?
Look it up. Look it up. Look up Fortune Street.
No way. And it was released in America.
It was only on the Wii.
But was it released in America?
Yes, it was.
Dude, Fortune Street is... It's got, let's see. Let's see. 2017. It was released in 1991.
Yep, but they ported it to Wii.
Okay, but it was released in 1991.
Yeah, I know. It was released on the Wii, though.
It includes characters from the Dragon Quest series and the Marios. But it's not... Okay, but it's not officially licensed from the Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I know. But still, it's the closest thing you're gonna get, sadly.
Anyway.
So, hey man, if I were to have it, heck, you totally, if you're down, hell yeah.
I guess.
I'm pretty sure you could get it somewhere. I don't know how much it is.
Probably, but I don't have a Wii, so.
I mean, I have a Wii, so you bet I'd be down. I mean, that's the closest thing you're gonna get to that. I mean, I told you, it's an actual, or you can actually, it's an actual game. But yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my gosh, Birth by Sleep minigames will always be the best, in my opinion. Oh yeah, speaking of minigames, how did you feel about 100 Acre Wood? I felt like that was just filler.
Oh, that was odd. That was really odd how they did that.
Yeah, it was just it was just the same minigame but different rules.
It was just like 3 of the same mini game in a row, and you're done. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I was
Wait,
like,
seriously?
I was like, yeah, when I was playing it, I was like, okay, weird. So you can't even go back to the world, I guess.
You can go back to the world. It's just because
But you just can't.
Because I think they have lucky emblems in it. I think.
But yeah, there is. I found one.
Okay.
Or 2 of them in there, but still, it's not like you can explore the entire 100 Acre Wood
No.
like in 1 and 2.
No, and I knew that it was gonna be focused on mini games, but it just it's not, and I liked it just because it was nice seeing like Pooh and Piglet and Gopher.
Yeah, that was
and
my only
Heffalump.
reason
I
why.
thought the Heffalump was adorable. But
I never saw the Heffalump movie.
Neither have I, but I just thought the
Gosh.
Heffalump was adorable.
But regardless, I love fucking Pooh Bear. Gosh,
it was just odd the way they did it, where Merlin's just like, oh, hey guys, and I was happy to see Merlin again, but he was just like, oh, hey guys, I have the book, here you go, bye, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
right.
Basically. Gosh damn it! And you know how much I love fucking Tigger. The more I look at Tigger, the only iteration of Tigger I can think of is from the Christopher Robin movie when we went to go see. Like Tigger is fucking fuzzy. Like that's why I love him.
I just remember him from the animated stuff.
He's fuzzy. Oh yeah, they put Gopher in there. I was shocked.
I was like so happy to see Gopher. Gopher always gets the fucking short end of the stick with the
Well, I mean, because he's not one of the original characters.
No,
he was only introduced in the animated series.
I know, but I was happy that he was there. That was like, oh yay, he's back.
Yeah, I saw Gopher. I was like shocked. I'm like, okay, Gopher. Hey, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, I love fucking Gopher. Gopher was freaking funny.
But it was weird too how Sora's connection to Winnie the Pooh, it's like it's fading, which I didn't really like fully understand what that was all about, but it was odd. Just the way they did it was just
I think that was just it was more of a filler kind of thing.
And
I guess
I think it's optional too. It's optional because I don't think you can go. I don't think you're required to go to it. It's just he tells you like, hey, I've got something for you. I got like a book.
I haven't even used that honey blade keyblade.
It's basically the same thing as the shooting star. It's the same thing.
It's a balanced one, but it's a balanced keyblade. But I haven't even tried it out yet.
No, it's normally just the same thing as the shooting star. It's literally like a palette swap of the shooting star.
Oh well. Regardless, I'm glad they made all the keyblades usable. Like you can actually level all of them up instead of like.
You can even level up the fucking PlayStation 4 one that you get with the Pro.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can level up the PlayStation 4 Keyblade that you get. It's so
Wait, there's a PS4 Keyblade that you can get if you get the Pro?
There's when you well, not when you get the Pro. When you pre-order on PlayStation 4 digitally, you get a fucking PS4 Keyblade. It looks so bizarre. Like, and when you hit Heartless, like the face buttons from the PS4 with PlayStation will come out.
And like what's the special?
What did it look like? I think it was just like a form. It was just like a form change. Like it's like second form. It was just the same thing.
Gosh damn it! I missed. I'm trying to unlock Starlight Keyblade right now. I don't have to play the mini games on the mobile phone, but I don't care. Oh my gosh! I'm like
you get Starlight later on anyway.
You do? You don't have to play it?
No, you get Starlight later on anyway.
Oh, good.
I'm pretty sure Starlight is one of the ones you get later on.
I love that Keyblade. I like Starlight Keyblade.
The one that I haven't gotten yet is the Ratatouille one, which I didn't even get that on my first go through because I totally forgot that thing even existed.
You didn't get the 7-Eleven one either.
No, I don't want the fucking 7-Eleven one.
Does it even have like a key? Obviously, it has a keyblade transformation, but
obviously,
what does it
but
do?
it's probably just logos of 7-Eleven or fucking Amazon popping up or something.
What friggin' Slurpee blast or something?
It's you get it via 7-Eleven in Japan, you get it via Amazon on fucking America, and it's like, okay.
Why did they'll probably give it to us for free eventually?
No, they
maybe.
won't. Knowing Square Enix, they'll make you pay for that shit. Or they'll lock it behind Amazon exclusive forever.
That's fucked.
Forever and ever. I don't really care. I'd take that being locked behind a fucking exclusive over like a mission or something.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
That was my biggest worry when they were hyping up.
Imagine
you got an Amazon pre-order exclusive.
Imagine if they locked the secret ending as an Amazon exclusive or something.
No, there's no way they dare do that. Like people
I know they wouldn't.
Fucking like I can't even imagine. Like if people are angry about like the Metro thing, I can't even imagine how pissed off people would be over like having the secret ending locked behind fucking Amazon pre-order. That would disgust me on a level that I would not. That probably would disgust me more than almost anything EA's ever done.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, of course. Obviously, that's not gonna happen. That'd be the worst thing ever.
As dumb as Square Enix is, they aren't that dumb. They wouldn't dare pull that shit.
Gosh damn it! Oh my god, the food, the worlds. Kingdom of Corona is probably might be my favorite just because of the nature and scenery. Maybe it might be.
Olympus is my favorite of the.
And Olympus might actually be. That and Olympus might actually be my two favorite worlds. Actually,
Corona I thought Corona was fine. It's just
I haven't checked San Francisco out, so
San Francisco is fun. Pirates is fun. The rest, the Toy Story is really good.
Toy Story is really good, yeah, of course.
With the exception of Arendelle, which I just don't care for.
Gosh damn it, Toy Story. Good old Toy Story.
I thought they did a good job with the Toy Story world. Like, even though it is empty, it's still, I think, like, the Toy Story does still have enough detail to make it where it's fun to explore it.
And apparently in the Toy Story world, there's two different versions of that world. In a world where Slinky is there, and it's kind of confusing. But it's like, okay, so is it a sleeping world then?
No,
or
it's just just Organization 13 like split it, or young Xehanort split it to where I don't know, stuff happens, people disappear. That's pretty much.
I'm pretty sure we'll see the Toy Story world again in the series.
I thought it was just weird how like accepting Woody and Buzz were that they weren't going to go back to Andy. I thought that was so bizarre. How at the end it was like, oh, you know, we're not going back to Woody. We can't go back. I mean, we can't go back to Andy right now. But you know, we have you guys to see us through more adventures, and we're not ready to go back to Andy. I was like, wait, what? What the fuck? Huh? What?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring the world back eventually in the series. They're for sure gonna bring that world back.
I don't know.
What was new to me though, when I was seeing through when the game was loading, I saw the Pixar logo. I was like,
oh yeah, that was nice to see.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. I was like,
Cameron says, yeah. My favorite is probably Big Hero 6's world. I like how you can use flow motion to go around and stuff. What?
I haven't even entered the world yet.
That's not a spoiler. That's in the fucking trailer that you showed me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're the one that showed me the Big Hero 6 trailers.
Yeah. You know, I didn't even see the Winnie the Pooh trailer or the one you told me to to avoid.
Be glad that you did not watch that one. Be glad, because they spoiled the shit out of so much stuff in those trailers.
Yeah, and I was glad. I almost watched it because I was tempted to.
No, don't.
You like told me, Richard,
don't.
It's only a month away. Just wait. I was so glad I didn't watch it. Also, besides some presentation. Gosh damn it. I'm at 140 words. 139 words out of 300.
What do you have to write anyway?
Just on what this chapter was about, but I didn't read it, so I'm just skimming through and writing whatever. I honestly don't care. It's not that hard. I'm like halfway done, pretty much.
That's good.
I'm halfway done. At least I'll be able to play 3 once my brother leaves.
Yeah, I'll probably hop on to 3 as well once we're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish San Francisco and then sure tomorrow start on the last 6 hours.
Yep.
Maybe. Or maybe. No, I have to start. I don't care. Even if I might have to stop somewhere. I know you told me I'm not going to want to stop.
No,
I don't care.
not.
I have to. 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 I have to finish the game before I move out. Before we move, because there's for sure going to be... I'm for sure not going to be able to touch anything when we move into the new place. Oh my gosh.
Cameron says it's funny that Big Hero 6 is his favorite world because Big Hero 6 is his least favorite film that's there.
What?
Well, not least favorite ever. I assume not least favorite ever, but just the ones that are in Kingdom Hearts 3. That's actually one of my favorite ones, Big Hero 6. In the not one of my favorites, but it's in like the tier of I really like Big Hero 6. Like I like Big Hero 6 a lot more than I like Tangled. Because I simply just don't like Tangled. I was actually really pissed off when they announced Tangled as a world. I was like, oh, you gotta be shitting me. I definitely like it more than fucking Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. At World's... That, playing Kingdom Hearts... Because I haven't seen At World's End since I saw it in theaters, like... God, like 13
I want
years,
freaking Bugs... I want
ago?
freaking Bugs Life next. I want Bugs Life in the
That'd
game.
be awesome.
Freaking seeing Woody, freaking seeing Sora make Don and Goofy just become like insects, probably.
That's one of the worlds that just frustrates me that isn't there, because
Yeah.
that world is well designed for what it's going for, like big open spaces and aerial combat and stuff.
Explore the anthill, just explore the whole
fight
area.
Hopper and the bird. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see that, but just for some reason they just decide not to do that, and they decide to do like.
I want to see the
Tangled
Incredibles.
and...
I want to see the Incredibles. Yeah. Incredibles and Bugs Life.
Yeah.
Please, Disney, Square Enix, listen to us. For the future, please.
I actually enjoy. I don't like Big Hero 6. I found it really boring.
Wait, can Up work?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to see Up in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, the old man.
It could work. It's just
Kevin.
I don't know. I actually enjoy the first 2 Pirates sequels.
I don't want to see. I don't. Okay, I don't want to see.
They aren't the first. Nowhere near. I love Dead Man's Chest. I can't stand At World's End. At World's End, just like even when I saw it when I was like 14, it pissed me off.
Yeah,
I was so
one
confused.
thing for sure is that I don't want to see Brave in Kingdom Hearts ever. I don't want to see Brave.
I
please.
think Brave would be a more interesting world than like, I don't know, the Good
I don't
Dinosaur.
know. I haven't even, to be honest, I haven't even seen Brave.
I saw it. I barely remember anything about it though.
Imagine a Cars world.
That could work. It would. Just
I wouldn't see
weird.
it. I wouldn't see it as an act. Be a mini game.
Well, my number 1 would be Bugs Life, of course.
No, yeah, obviously. Besides Toy Story, I actually really want Bugs Life.
That now that Toy Story's in there and that Monsters Inc. is in there, that's my number 1. Like, I want a Bugs Life world in there.
Bugs Life and Incredibles. Those are my 2. My 2.
I like the very first scene of At World's End, but
okay, what about the live action Disney movies?
They've already got pretty much all the ones. Like, they've got Tron, they got Pirates of the Caribbean. I definitely don't want a fucking Eddie Murphy haunted house.
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion, yeah.
The Return to Halloween Town.
No, Halloween Town's been done to death in Kingdom Hearts.
Kim Possible.
No, I don't like Brave either. However, I don't know. It might make for a good world. It could. It would look too much like
Buzz Lightyear of Star Command World.
No.
I actually like that animated series. Fuck you.
I just don't want it as a solo Buzz world. Robin Hood could be a good world. I'd like to see a Robin Hood world.
I want a Great Mouse Detective.
Great Mouse Detective. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I thought about that. I would love to see Great Mouse Detective. I love that.
That's one of my other problems with this one. It's like there's a lot of focus on like the modern Disney and like the oldest one. The oldest world that's in here is Hercules.
Olympus.
And that's like 1997. That's like I was 4 when that came out.
I was 2 years old when that came out.
That's the it's
no
like,
3.
It's just it focuses a little too much on the modern Disney stuff.
I wish there was just more modern, I wish there was a few older movie worlds.
Yeah.
Sword in the Stone, people have been wanting that as well.
We've already got Merlin though. We don't need a Sword in the Stone world.
Makes me wonder why the
do cars. Cars could work. It could have. Finding Nemo, no. I don't want.
No.
I don't want any more underwater worlds, please. No, thank you.
If we go to Finding Nemo, we're gonna for sure see Sora be a fish, and then maybe Donald and Goofy in their turtle and octopus form. Maybe I don't know. But
the top 2 Pixar worlds that I'd want would be A Bug's Life and Incredibles. Those are like
same. Those are my only 2 I want. Give me Bug's Life and Incredibles, and I'll be happy. Heck, I want to see Sora kick some heartless ass with freaking Flick.
Moana could be interesting.
Okay, actually, yeah, Moana.
Moana could be interesting. What's that other Pixar movie? Inside Out could be interesting.
Inside Out,
Coco and Inside Out could be interesting.
You think Coco would work, really?
Yeah, sure. It'd work better as a Kingdom Hearts world than fucking Frozen does.
But you said Inside Out, but there's no villain in Inside Out. Unless if they can make one. I mean, maybe
Zootopia could work. Incredible.
You don't like Zootopia, though.
No, I don't like the movie, but it could work as a world. It's hard to fit Sora in Incredibles. Well, it could work just because they'd have to play it out like they're on the island. Like I would just have them be on the island with the family and have them attack like Syndrome. I wouldn't have it be fucking Incredibles 2 because I didn't like Incredibles 2, so I would just have it stick with Incredibles 1.
I'm pretty sure you liked it. You just didn't like it as much as the first
I thought
one.
It was mediocre. I just was like okay.
It was really long for a Pixar film.
It was disposable. Compared to the first one, Incredibles 2 just felt disposable.
I feel a lot of the jokes from the first one were in there too, which I was like.
Well, that's the problem. It's like it's just a repeat of the first one. It just it doesn't feel like a true sequel. It feels like Incredibles 1.5 or something.
I'm just glad it didn't end on a cliffhanger like the first one did.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
They said a third film is possible, but I don't want to see a third film for a while.
I don't want to see a third film. Not after. I don't think Pixar is really all that terrific anymore.
No, Pixar said that they're not working on any more sequels after 4.
No, I mean like Pixar in general. Just I don't think they're all that special anymore.
After what was their last amazing film?
Toy Story 3.
Oh yeah, that was
the last one that I like really like no reservations loved. That was the very last one, and everything since then has either been
Inside Out.
Inside Out was great, but I don't think it's anywhere near as like Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 I think is a masterpiece.
Inside Out, I just think it's almost there.
Compared to the era when they were releasing like Ratatouille and WALL-E and Up and Toy Story 3, I think all the stuff that they do now is just kind of like. It just feels like everything else that's Disney nowadays is just like cold and predictable. Well, they already have Ratatouille. They have it in Kingdom Hearts 3. They have it. No, like they can't use it as a world because that would just be I don't know Paris, but
I guess I don't know. Oh my gosh, the Fox and the Hound. What about that
No,
one?
I don't think so. That'd be like having Bambi in there. I don't want to see Bambi fucking in Kingdom Hearts.
Wasn't Bambi a summon in one of them, or am I wrong?
He's a summon in oh god, I want to say the first one, but I don't think that's correct.
Or is it Chain of Memories?
No, he's a summon in one of the console ones. I don't remember. I think it's the first one that he's a summon. I think. Let me look this up. Kingdom Hearts Bambi. Bambi. Let me see. Yep, the original Kingdom Hearts. I thought so. He's in Chain of Memories too, but I remember him being a summon in the original Kingdom Hearts.
No, yeah. Do you want to see Pride Lands again?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Really, I actually like Pride Lands a lot.
I'm fine with Simba just being a summon in this one. I don't need to see Pride Lands.
I feel like he's the strongest out of all the summons.
He's way too powerful. All the summons are either really it's like one at the end of the spectrum. It's like it's either really shit or it's really too powerful. Like the Wreck-It Ralph one is shit.
I didn't like the Wreck-It Ralph one too much. I used it once.
I was so disappointed with that one because I used it once and I was like, this is garbage.
The Ariel, it was okay.
I liked Ariel's. I liked Simba's. Stitches was. I didn't think Stitches was very.
I haven't gotten Stitches yet.
I didn't think his was all that good.
I thought the Dream Eater one was good.
Really good. I really like that one. The one time the Dream Eaters are useful.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hold
Dun,
on.
dun, 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 dun,
Last great
dun.
one was Ratatouille, or Incredibles, Ratatouille, and WALL-E were exceptions. I adore WALL-E. I love WALL-E. WALL-E's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
I can't see WALL-E as a world though.
No, WALL-E would be strange. Inside Out was okay, but I have problems with it. So it was cute.
No, I love it.
That was probably the last like great one that I remember. That's probably like that. Inside Out and Toy Story 3 are like the only like truly great Pixar movies of this decade. Like all the other ones have been good. Or
I thought Coco might have had
Coco
it,
came
but
close.
yeah, it's still close. I think it's a B mostly. I don't think it's an A.
It's too It's too predictable for me to be like anything. I was like surprised by anything.
No, yeah, I thought it was
powerful, but it's predictable.
Yeah, I didn't.
Up is probably my favorite movie ever. I adore Up. Up is like.
I need to rewatch that one. I don't even remember if I saw the full thing.
I would go so far as say Up is like perfect. I think Up is a perfect movie.
I need to rewatch that one. I don't think I ever finished watching the entire thing.
WALL-E summon would be good. WALL-E would be cool. I think Up could work as a summon, like if they summon in the house to fly around and like those dogs that are in the planes and attack them. I think that could be cool.
Oh my god.
But
Los Tres Caballeros?
No. Thank you.
Or go to like or they could, or the other two whatever caballeros could make a small appearance somewhere.
No.
Or like then Donald's all like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh, that's okay. I don't need the fucking those guys coming in.
Okay. Put the House of Mouse like just in there somehow. I don't know.
How would that work?
I don't know. That's why I'm just throwing in shit right now. You know me, Adam. You know me. And you may disagree with me on this, but please put Oswald the Lucky Rabbit in there, please. I really want him in there. I really want him in there. Fuck you for disagreeing. But you know how much I love Oswald. I love Oswald.
I'll never understand why you like Oswald so much.
He was Walt Disney's original character.
And
he
thank
made
God
him first.
He didn't go with him.
It wasn't that. When he made him, he was working under Universal Studios, and so when he wanted to leave Universal Studios, Universal Studios, like they said that he wouldn't own the rights to him. So obviously, Universal Studios kept the rights to Oswald, and so because of that, Disney wasn't able to use him. So when Walt Disney left Universal, Universal, he created Mickey Mouse because he didn't have Oswald anymore. So
I know the story. It's just I don't want to see fucking Oswald in Kingdom Hearts.
I want to see him. He eventually got the love in Epic Mickey. The original Epic Mickey was the best, but the sequel sucked. Apparently it was too happy and too musical. Apparently.
I'm good with just Kingdom Hearts getting my dark Disney shit from that. Because Kingdom Hearts 3 is fucking dark. Like, they do some dark shit in this series.
Regardless.
They do some fucked up shit in the
I don't
series.
care. I like Epic Mickey. I never even played the whole thing.
Epic Mickey is like fucking Sesame Street compared to Kingdom Hearts.
No, it's not.
Do you remember in the first Kingdom Hearts when like you actually see somebody die and turn into a Heartless? Like, that was fucking horrifying when I was a kid when I saw that.
Oh yeah, the person just transformed into one.
Yes, where he's like his heart just fades out of his chest and he just disappears. Like, that fucked me up when I was a kid when I saw that. That was before I even played 2. I saw that. I was like, holy shit. Like, just that like shocked look of fear on that guy's face as he dies. It's creepy.
No, yeah, but still, I love Epic Mickey. I love the art style. I really wanted to play, but I never got to play the whole thing. But I would watch my brother play, and he got stuck on it because he needed to get all the tickets to rebuild all of animatronic Goofy, and it was so expensive. So he has to grind all that, and he just stopped.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
And then apparently you can either either decide to make the Blob a good guy or just kill him. It's either one of those two.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
So basically, Mickey uses a paintbrush, and he can if he shoots blue paint, he can make an enemy good, or he can make an enemy good. But if he shoots out like the red paint, he can kill them. It's like one of those two. But it's a good game. I really recommend it. But don't play the sequel. Apparently, the sequel was meh. And then because of how unsuccessful the sequel was, they shut down the studio.
Well, Disney got out of developing games anyway, and they're just like giving out their licenses to other studios now.
Which is sad.
Of that deal, I'm glad that, Kingdom Hearts is still like, yeah. Still going, thank God. Like, it's still... Thank God.
I don't care. They still make their mobile games, though.
Yeah, but...
Most of them are just like copy and pasted though. Like, they keep making
mobile shit.
Like, they keep making copies of like Bubble Bobble or whatever. They did that with Inside Out.
Bubble.
Like something like that, like, or Puzzle Bobble, whatever. Look up the Inside Out mobile game that they made. It reminds me of like Puzzle Bobble on the arcade machines. My cousin showed it to me, and I was like, "This is Puzzle Bobble." Literally, this is a clone, and then they keep doing it with all their other games as well.
Yeah. Cameron says, I was doing my Kingdom Hearts marathon recently, obviously, and with context, I strongly believe that it makes 3 stronger. Oh, yeah. There was an article that came out a while ago that said Kingdom Hearts 3 was the best way to get into the franchise. And I was like, fuck that. Like, no, it's not. Absolutely not. Like, it requires like so much lore baggage and understanding that it's just like, no, absolutely not.
You always start off with the original.
Yeah, like the original one is like, it's the best. Well, not the best, but it's the best way to get into it because it's simple compared to what comes later.
Poor Mario, he left.
Whatever. Because the characters the game wants you to care for and the spin-offs and stuff. Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, you have to play all this. I wouldn't be surprised if they go make more spin-offs once they release 4.
Please just stick to PS4 games. Please stick to console games. I do not want to be buying another goddamn handheld for the next Kingdom Hearts. Please.
You know they're going to regardless.
I really don't want that.
I'm
please.
fine with it.
No, please.
You know,
no.
that's just me.
Do you think 3 will get a final mix edition? It might, but they've been weirdly like. I don't know. I can't. Everyone's talking about how like they're gonna like add stuff to Kingdom Hearts 3, and this is only like the vanilla version, and I'm thinking like, I think in another case it would be like we'd get a final mix version, but because Nomura is working on like Final Fantasy VII Remake now, I'm not 100% sure that he's gonna want to stick around on Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know. That's the weird thing.
If they're gonna do a remix, just add boss fights as an additional thing. But please do not put in story stuff that we missed out in the original. Please don't do that.
Oh, I'm sure they will add in, like, if they do decide to make it like a final mix, I'm sure they will add in story stuff. I'd be fine with that because it is missing like a few moments that I would have liked to have seen.
Do you think maybe that's what they did? Maybe they left stuff out on purpose just to put it in final mix?
No, I don't think so because it's not it doesn't feel fragmented like Final Fantasy 15 does. Final Fantasy 15, like, there are clearly big obvious things that they do not have in the main game to sell you later. Kingdom Hearts 3's storytelling is messy, but it doesn't it feels just more like that's a genuine complaint rather than it feels purposefully done. It doesn't feel like they're holding really anything back because you do get the big moments in the game. They're not holding those back. It's just little things here and there that they could have added that would have improved the pacing and the flow of it. Like just scenes they could have added here and there. But for the most part, I think it is fine. Like the way it's told, and like for the way it's told in like the first 3/4 of it is sloppy, but it doesn't feel incomplete.
Oh yeah,
purposefully incomplete. I should do that.
Still, and if they release a final mix physical copy, I'm pretty sure they'll release like final mix like as a DLC add-on probably.
Yeah. If there are more,
hopefully, I hope they don't leave it. They're most likely out of the U.S. like they did with the previous versions.
No, they wouldn't dare do that this time. There are more spin-offs. Just release a game, reuse assets from Kingdom Hearts 3, make other stories out of it. That'd be fine. Hell, I'd accept DLC at this point. I would too, honestly. Like, I like, because of how much they resisted like spamming season passes and the promise of future content with like the way they did it with Final Fantasy 15, and I'm gonna go back to Final Fantasy 15 because until I can. But it's like well, hold on. It's the way they did it with Final Fantasy 15, where it's like, oh, we have a season pass, oh, we have story content, oh, we have this on the side, oh, we have that, and it's like that was like such a turn off when I realized what was going on in Final Fantasy 15 that I never bothered with any of the other stuff. In Kingdom Hearts 3, because they aren't hawking a season pass at you, they aren't hawking extra side stories to purchase it. If they were to bring stuff out as an option, I would buy it, like 100%. I would. Because I do really like the game despite my problems with it. And I can't stress that enough, that I do really like Kingdom Hearts 3. I just don't think it's this amazing masterpiece like a lot of people have said. And like I said on the podcast, being a fanboy of something means that you like the things that you love a little bit less because you have innate desire for it to be perfect. And because you are able to willingly criticize it and analyze it from the inside out.
Oh, Final Fantasy 15.
Fuck Final Fantasy 15.
It's actually on my to buy list. I'm just curious to see what it's like, but I'm waiting until it goes so
just
down.
Wait until it's like until the Legacy Edition is really cheap on PC, then buy it.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna pay like full price for how expensive it is.
No one will ever again get to experience how much of a broken fucking disaster it was in the vanilla version. They've patched like a lot of the stuff out, or they've patched other things in that are like, why wasn't that there to begin with? But again, I'm not gonna go.
I feel like that was purposely. I felt like that was purposely done by the director.
Oh no, it was I don't know about the director. It was purposely done by Square Enix because they were rushing this game out the door.
I'm pretty sure Nomura was pissed with the way it turned out.
I just from the way that Verum Rex looks in this in Kingdom Hearts 3, I think he's still a little like upset that he got taken off of Final Fantasy 15. Because Final Fantasy Versus 13 was his baby. Like he's always wanted to make an original Final Fantasy, and that was his baby. But Square, I don't know what. I'd love to hear a post-mortem of what happened behind the scenes during the Final Fantasy the Versus 13 days that led into him being taken off the project for in favor of Tabata.
I really doubt that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen, but I'd love to read some kind of insider report into like what happened behind the scenes.
It's most likely not gonna happen, especially since Nomura's under Square Enix's.
No, I think it's just more like a cultural thing in Japan where they're more about like keeping to themselves than American.
The question is, if Nomura left Square Enix, would Kingdom Hearts keep going on, or would it stop?
Oh, it would, totally. Because it's not Nomura that owns it. It's Square Enix and Disney, and there's no fucking way. Especially after the success of Kingdom Hearts 3, they're not. There's no way that they're gonna stop. They're gonna keep it going.
I hope he eventually ends it though. If he were to leave Square Enix, I just hope he would like give it a satisfying ending at least.
Well, yeah, we'll see. It's weird to not see any Final Fantasy character. Yeah, that was bizarre. I don't know why.
I just fucking Square Enix. Nomura's so talented. I feel like if he worked on his own, like open up his own studio, I'm pretty sure he'd have potential. But fuck. But I feel like it's not. I feel like he just cares so much about his franchises that maybe that's why he hasn't left. Which is a good thing, but
I don't dislike Kingdom Hearts 3's story. It's just disappointing in comparison to what was built up originally. No, yeah, I can agree with that. Even though we do get like, you know, the satisfying payoffs to a lot of things, it's just it is slightly it is less than what I had hoped for. But it's not bad. It's not even like, I don't even think it's like mediocre. I think it is still quite good. It's just not overall as impressive as it's been in the past, as efficient. The gameplay to cutscene ratio I thought would be worse in some area. It might be worse in some areas. Honest though, I'll admit the first two's pacing weren't always great. I actually really loved the fact that like cutscenes were like a heavy part of this one. I've always loved that about like all the games I played on the PS2. Like I always loved watching cutscenes as a kid, so I'm totally fine with it like having this like overabundance of cutscenes. I was totally fine with that. And with that being said, I think I'm gonna end it here. We're approaching, yeah, we're like past the 2-hour mark, so I think I'm gonna end it here for tonight. Look forward to more Kingdom Hearts 3 videos in the future. This was just kind of like definitely when we start getting into spoilers, this one was just like a little like interactive after post impressions thing for you guys to ask me further questions about, because there are things that I missed in that first video, and then I will have to talk about them in another video. So that's that. And yeah, so thank you to everyone who came by. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Dead Wade. Thank you, Sonic. Thank you, Kirby Sonic Team. Thank you, Kevin Cho. Thank you, AA. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Nero. And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe. And with that, I bid you all a good night, or a good night for me. It's late for me. Not late, but it's evening for me. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.